So now for Sahajogis, it is very important to become really very deep Sahajogis. Very, very deep. So that we can trigger better. Even if there are two Sahajogis who are very deep, one can trigger a lot. Like you'll be surprised, in Hungary, people were saying in the beginning, Mother, what about Hungary? It should become free. I said, let there be one Sahajogi to come in. Only one fellow came in, absolutely sick, very thin and worn out fellow. I treated him, I cured him. And with love, he got nourishment. And within 8 days after his realization, we went back, and after a week, Hungary got its freedom. Though we are few in here, we all have to be very conscious of it, that we are the foundation, and if we fail, we'll fail our country. We have to be very deep, sensible Sahajogis. So what problems do we face here? First is, I have told 100 times, that you have to open your heart. That's such an important thing for all Sahajogis, to open their heart. Look into your hearts. What do you want? Not through rationality, but through vibrations. What do you want? You ask yourself, what do I want? Then say a few words. I want money, vibrations won't flow. I want this, that, vibrations won't flow. Then what do you want? I want to be a deep Sahajogi, very deep, so I could save my country. If Americans will go to hell, you will be held responsible for that. Nobody else. You need very few people to trigger it, I tell you. But we still stick on to our past. So today is a day when you have to promise me that you will meditate every night, every evening, maybe in the morning also. Whenever it is possible, if you can go into meditative mood, you are in contact with this divine power. Then whatever is good for you, whatever good for your society, for your country, all is done by this divine power. You don't have to overpower the divine power. You don't have to order, you don't have to ask. Just if you meditate, you are one with this all-pervading power, which is another great blessings to us. Unless and until your Sahasrara is open, all the blessings of the divine power cannot come to you. Now one thing is there obstructing Sahasrara is the movement of your agya into thoughts. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that stops your entry into Sahaja. Thoughts are coming all the time. Because a human being is born who reacts to everything. React to this and react to that, and the thoughts come in and thoughts go. There's a big crowd of thoughts. Because of that, your attention cannot cross over agya and can reside in the Sahasrara. So first of all, one should see what sort of thoughts are coming. You have to condemn yourself sometimes. You have to say, what nonsense, what have I been doing? What's the matter with me? How could I do all that? Once you start doing that, these thoughts will start disappearing. These thoughts are coming from two angles, one from the ego and another from your conditionings. And these are so much built up within you that they don't allow your agya to be crossed. That's why we have two bija mantras of Ham Ksham. First one is, when it is conditioning, you are endowed with this kind of a fear. I shouldn't do like this, I shouldn't do like that, is not allowed, that is not allowed. That's the conditioning part of it. Conditioning can be of many types. But the ego part of it is that I must overpower everybody, I must get this, I must be able to rule everyone. These two things are there in the mind which are all the time crossing. So it's important that we should go into thoughtless awareness. And that thoughtless awareness is the real way that your Sahasrara can be nourished by the Kundalini. Because Kundalini cannot go through, cannot pass through. And for that, as I said, there are two bija mantras. One is Ham, another Ksham.
Ksham, Ham, Ksham, Ham, Ksham, Ham, Ksham, Ham, Ksham, Ham, Ksham.
Why should we worry when we have divine power available through our Sahasrara? Why should we worry? Why should we think about it? Just leave it to the divine power. If that is possible, if that you can achieve, see, which is very difficult for human beings, because they live with their ego, they live their conditionings. But if that attachment to all these things goes away, then what you do is just leave things to this power. Krishna has said in his Gita, Sarva dharmanam parityajya mamekam sharanam vacha. Forget about all your dharmas. Dharmas means meaning that we have a dharma of a wife, of a husband, of a member of the society. All of them have their own dharma. But he says, leave them and leave it them to me and I'll manage. This is it we have to learn, is to say that it's this divine power which will solve our problems. As human beings, it's a very difficult state. And this state only can be achieved through meditation. But I'm not saying that you go on meditating for hours together, not necessary. But with full faith in yourself and in the divine power. If you work it out, I'm sure it's not difficult to rise to that state of consciousness. That is what we have to achieve. It's possible for men as well as for women. They don't have to think, how can we mother do it after all? See, all such people are no good for surgery. Those who have diffidence about themselves cannot do anything. But those who are surrendered and those who think they can do it can manage all this transfer of their power to the divine power. Just put it on the divine power. Now supposing I have a car which can drive me down. So if I have a car, then I don't put bullocks on it, that I don't push my car. I just sit inside and use it. In the same way, if you have this great power around you, if your sahasrara is absolutely, completely submerged in it, then you will be amazed how things work out.
Om Bhuhu Om Bhuvaha Om Swaha Om Maha Om Jana Om Tapa Om Satyam Om Tatsavitorvarinyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Apo Jyotir Samvritam Brahma Bhur Bhuvasvarum Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Egypt has a lot to do with it, in a way, in the history. From the time of Moses, isn't it? So I'm very happy you all could come here and visit this ancient place and see for yourself. We'll have to fight against all this nonsense that's going on to make the country weak. This is how any country will be weak. If you divide the country, all these divisive methods make the country weak. When you want to join them together, then only the strength will come. But if you want to divide the country, these divisive methods are of no use. Should be methods of how to unite, how to bring them together. But I think without realization is not possible. I reached the conclusion. See, because mentally what can we decide? Now they'll think of Hitler, then they'll think, oh, no, Hitler is dead, and finish and all. But whatever it is, Israelis can do a lot now. At least they could get after Swiss bank. But don't you think they should put attention to the Swiss bank? Why not? There's one fellow who started this in America. His name is Guy Amato, who has got from the... He's an Italian, but he's not a Catholic. And he's been supported by the Jews of New York, who are very powerful, that they want to know about Swiss bank. That would be the best. You don't move that beside. That would be the best, that we find out about the Swiss bank. But it should be done in a very proper manner. I think first what we should find out. Because I've come to know that all their secret numbers are in the bank itself, kept in safes. So the Interpol should stop all the banks and search out those names. And whatever money is owned by others, they don't have any money. They are Masonic people. Horrible. And also they are joined with Catholic Church. Another is Catholic Church, who have been so nasty with Jews, as you know very well. They are all criminals joined together. Absolutely criminals. Now in Italy I know what it is. All kinds of criminality. From India they took away money, what was before. And that money was taken to Vatican, was given as a donation to Vatican. After all, Vatican is God's thing, yeah? So they went to Vatican. Then Vatican converted it to gold bars. Somehow they believe in gold bars, not in money. So it was all converted, was taken to Torino. There the house of our Prime Minister's wife is, Rajiv Gandhi's wife, Sonia. And then they took that to a bank in Switzerland. Somebody saw it. And those gold bars were put in a particular bank. We are poor people in India. This is the trouble. Now this is only a wee bit of one Bofors. In our country, all politicians, prime ministers, except for Lal Bahadur Shastri, all are absolutely corrupt. One by one they are also going to be as in Italy. Since I have been in Italy, now when I was in India, this thing started. Just imagine, unashamed. But if there is no bottomless pit of Swiss bank, then where will they send the money? See? You must write to the Jews in a way what they are doing. In Brazil, the Supreme Court president and the law minister, they met. And they told me there cannot be any law as long as America and Swiss bank are one. I said, why? He said, we impeached one president. Impeached one president in Brazil, you know that.
Yes, of course.
And he is now a very highly paid professor in Harvard University.
Yes.
Jews can do a lot if they take sense into their heads. That's the point. Instead of that, what are they fighting? Jews should manage the Swiss bank. Imagine these people. They melted the teeth of the people who died, made them into gold bars. And who carried them was this Red Cross. Can you imagine this Red Cross? If you ever happen to find my lecture, you were a puzzle. Then left and right to the Swiss bank, especially to this restaurant. You must read that text. A very powerful attack against Swiss bank. Since then they are after us. Nobody should say, whatever they are doing. I am not afraid of anyone. I should not be afraid of anyone. After all, what can they do to us? But I think you all should write to the Jews in New York. That what are you doing? You have to do this. And also to a Prime Minister. Why are they after Palestinians? What are they going to get out of them? Get after the Swiss bank.
This will solve the problem quickly.
Huh?
Yeah. This will solve the problem between Arabs and Israel.
Pardon?
Your idea will solve the problem between Arab and Israel very quickly if they go to Swiss bank.
Swiss bank.
Yeah.
Openly you were surprised.
Yeah, but Shri Mataji.
I went down for a lecture in this conference, this women's conference in China.
Yeah.
I was one of the main speakers.
Yeah.
So, a big paragraph on the Swiss bank I spoke.
Yeah.
Really. Then afterwards, after the lectures were over, so many ladies gave their responses. They said the person who has really hit the point is Mataji Nirmala. Because Swiss bank is our enemy. They were from all over the world, they had gathered there. They said because of Swiss bank we are poor. But why can't people see this point? Bottomless pit. All our money is going down there. But you Jews can do this work, I tell you, as Jews. There are no more Jews I know, but still. Still, whatever it is. And another great point is that they are Masonic people. These Swiss bank people are Masonic. So they are secretive. Did you read that book, In the Name of God, in English language? Yalom has written. You read it. You will know all the tricks of these people. The Swiss bank has got Masonic people. And this Masonic lot was also part and parcel of their Catholic Church, P2. And the sentries that are there, all the sentries, are all Swiss in the Vatican. Now this Vatican counterfeited $9 billion, counterfeited. You know what means counterfeited?
Vatican, yes. Fake.
It's
Fake the money.
what is it?
Fake the money.
Faked. And gave it to their own customers in their own bank. Up to such a point that book says that the last pope was a very good man and he was killed within 35 days by this pope. That's what it says, I don't know. I met Yala and he said I have all the documents with me so they can't charge. Now the only point is that these Christians started saying, as every other religion is stupid, they started saying that Christ was crucified by the Jews. Now tell me, in any country, can the multitude crucify a person? There should be somebody who is a magistrate or something, isn't it? How can 1,000 people say, I'll kill him or kill him? And then they got after all the Jews. these Christians, and troubled them and tortured. So now the Jews are sitting on their head. And Freud, wanted to make Christians really anti-God. So he gave his own theories because he was a Jew. That is how the Western culture became so corrupt. That is how the fundamentalists became so strong. It's a vicious circle. But in Sahaja Yoga we don't say don't do this, don't do that. You just don't do it, isn't it wrong thing? Automatically, isn't it? I never said you don't take drugs, did I? Never. You just didn't do. So big responsibility on the Jews, I tell you, to get after the Swiss bank. They are the best. Because their forefathers who were gassed, they took out teeth. It's such a horrible thing to do, and made them into gold bars. 3,000 gold bars. Shameful people. Also, what happened in Rome, they didn't allow what? They didn't give protection to Jews, I think.
The Pope. Yes, actually, they never protest, they never say anything against, and on the contrary, they were protecting the Nazi, so they were hosting the Nazi in the churches, and then they were helping the Nazi to go in South America.
And so many war criminals, they took away in the submarines to Argentina. I have seen in Argentina. I have seen them there. You see, they have taught them all German things in Argentina, the goose tape and all that. And when Argentina was attacked because of that island, I was just thinking that it should be lost to them. Because this German thing has to go. They are building up huge, big things there, operate I don't know how many miles together for a third world war. These Germans, these war criminals are still hiding. They are still in Argentina.
Many.
So they took all the war criminals with them in the submarine. What do you say to that? So for such occasions it's important to write to all the Jews, what are you doing about it? We are younger people, we would like to know. I'll get you the addresses of all the Jews in New York. I've already sent Linda there to find out. Divert their attention from Palestine to this. It should be diverted. Something constructive. What is the use even if the Palestinians, what will they get? What will they get? Little land more, so what will happen? What is such an achievement? I just don't understand. Israelis must now realize that war has to be stopped. They have suffered a lot with war. No more wars. No more wars. At any cost we don't want war. But get after this. See, as far as peace is concerned, I will manage, I think. But poverty, only this Swiss bank has to. Only two problems we have. One is violence, another is poverty. Violence part I can look after. I think I can manage. But this Swiss bank, Italian magistrates went there, I was told, to find something. They couldn't find because there are numbers. But now find out the numbers are in the bank only kept in a vault. So they should break the vault. Instead of fighting the Palestinian people, they should fight the bank, Swiss bank. See, that's important. Not for money, but on principle. They can save all the world by that. They are already doing it, but if you people write, you see, they will feel more sort of energy about it. Since I have said it, in China, it has started working after. I'll take out my socks if there are. I don't know if there are socks. Just put on it. You see, so Sahajogis have some job, and that's. I've asked Linda, and she'll be sending you the addresses, and you all should write combined. What will you do with the land added to you? What will you do? What will you achieve? So, we have to understand ourselves. Everybody has to understand oneself. That through you, the salvation of the world has to come. You are chosen for the emancipation of the whole humanity. The Divine wants you to work as a channel for the beautification of this universe, for the ultimate expression of God's love. When I say this, I find suddenly the ego coming up automatically. On the contrary, a surrender to fill up your vessels with the bliss, the bliss of divinity, so that when you go to others, you pour on them the beauty and love of God.